From the streets of Delhi to the halls of parliament, India is making history with their new law for more reserved seats for women in public office. This breakthrough legislation will have a lasting impact on democracy in India and beyond. Welcome to Simply Economics. Make sure to subscribe to this channel. Our team promises to give you amazing videos. Hit the notification bell too. Let us take a closer look at a major shift in Indian politics. With this new law, women across India will now have increased representation in the legislature that can bring about meaningful change. This video will examine why it's important, what it could mean for democracy, and how other countries may follow suit. More than a quarter century after a proposal was made to provide greater representation for women in the lower house of India's parliament, the world's largest democracy is making progress towards increasing the number of female lawmakers. Although it will take several more years, this development promises to empower women and allow them to play a more prominent political role in a country that currently lags behind in global rankings of gender parity in legislatures. By addressing this issue, India is taking a significant step towards creating a more inclusive and equitable political landscape. Parliament passes historic bill. On September 21st, Indian lawmakers approved the inaugural legislation in the nation's new parliament building, the Women's Reservation Bill of 2023. Both houses of the parliament have unanimously passed this groundbreaking bill, reserving one-third of seats in the lower house, the Lok Sabha, and state legislative assemblies, exclusively for women. This progressive move aims to address the gender disparity in political representation and empower women in decision-making processes. The historic bill received overwhelming support, with all 215 members present in the Rajya Sabha endorsing it, and an impressive majority of 454 members of the Lok Sabha voting in favor. Notably, the bill's enactment marks a significant milestone for a nation where previous attempts to pass similar legislation since 1996 had been thwarted, primarily due to opposition from regional parties. The resounding success of this bill signifies a positive shift towards inclusivity and equal participation in the political landscape of the country. Census delay poses uncertainty, yet inspires hope. The implementation of reservations for women in India's parliamentary constituencies is contingent upon conducting a census and redrawing boundaries. However, the census, originally scheduled for 2021, had to be postponed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Despite the delay, women like Dolly Verma, a village council head in Bihar, welcomed the bill's passage, recognizing the need for support to enhance women's participation in politics. The timeline remains uncertain, but it offers opportunities for women like Dolly to pursue political growth and become legislators in the future. Women's reservation. Bill faces 2029 timeline. The implementation of affirmative action for women may not occur until the 2029 elections, which means that India's upcoming parliament, with elections scheduled for next year, could still be predominantly male. Currently, women hold approximately 13% of parliamentary seats and about 10% of seats in state legislatures. The Women's Reservation Bill became the focal point during a 5-day special session of the parliament, skillfully convened by Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government. Modi himself hailed its passage as a defining moment, affirming that it would further his government's commitment to women-led development. Election strategy or genuine reform? Political analysts have suggested that the long-pending bill was introduced strategically ahead of next year's elections, with a focus on appealing to female voters, who comprise the majority of the electorate. Prime Minister Modi has implemented various initiatives aimed at empowering women, including the installation of toilets in rural homes and the provision of free cooking gas connections. According to political analyst Rashid Kidwai, the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party hopes that this measure will garner electoral benefits. However, doubts remain as to whether it will have a significant impact on the upcoming polls, as voters typically prioritize immediate tangible benefits. Opposition parties supported the measure but criticized the delayed implementation, referring to it as a post-dated check. Sonia Gandhi, leader of the Congress Party, questioned the fairness, asking how many years women would have to wait. From Indira Gandhi to Mamata Banerjee, evolution of women in Indian politics. India has seen influential female politicians like Indira Gandhi, who served as the country's prime minister for 17 years. Draupadi Murmu, the current president, is the second woman to hold this ceremonial role. While many women have also become chief ministers, it is important to note that in the early years after India's independence, several female politicians, including Gandhi, came from political families. In recent decades, female politicians in India have been making significant contributions and breaking barriers. For instance, Mamata Banerjee, the founder of the Trinamool Congress Party, has been leading West Bengal since 2011. Contrary to societal bias, a 2022 Pew Research survey revealed that half of Indians believe women and men are equally capable political leaders. Indian women's political empowerment is still a struggle. In India, despite efforts to increase women's political representation, they still face challenges in a male-dominated society. A law was passed 3 decades ago to reserve 1/3 of seats in village councils and urban civic bodies for women, but their empowerment in rural areas has had limited success. Men in the family often still hold the real power. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of our future content. We truly appreciate your support. See you in the next one.